Welcome back. You watch Your Morning Live. Thank you for staying with us. Now, it plans to pay musical homage to Khoi and San heroes and also raise awareness about indigenous roots and rich culture. That's the Nama Jazz series headed by jazz maestro Camillo Lombard of TopDogSA, taking place at the Artscape Arena. It started on the 28th and runs until the 31st this year. Now, TopDogSA was established 3 years ago and have already made a name for themselves as one of South Africa's premier jazz band, having performed with local and international legends. The band is composed of an all-star cast including Don Vino on saxophone, Camillo Lombard on keyboard, and Charlton Daniels on bass, and Mornay Hofmeester on drums, and Mark Williams on lead guitar. Lombard and Hofmeester joins me in our Sea Point studios. Gentlemen, thank you very much for joining me. Maybe, Camillo, let's start with you. Let's talk about the Nama Jazz series, the inspiration behind the concept, and Merry Christmas. Hopefully you cooked today's meal.
My wife's cooking today's meal at home. Thank you so much for having us here, Sam. Our Nama Jazz series is a fusion of the indigenous sounds with our modern sounds, and we felt that a few years ago we started searching our indigenous roots, and we found that we're indigenous to South Africa. We Griqua, and therefore we started researching about our past, and found that our ancestors played instruments such as the bow and the African piano that I brought along with me here. So we embarked on this project to kind of fuse the indigenous music with our modern music today, and we came up with a Nama Jazz concept.
Mornay, let me bring you into this conversation, because this, what I love is new ways of interpreting something that has been part of historically our culture, our ears for a long time, but maybe we've not been sensitized to. How open were you to this idea of bringing all these different elements into this Nama Jazz series?
We were very, very open, Sam. I mean, we started fusing, the bow with some piano, and then we found about the African piano, and we started fusing the African piano with maybe live drums and just keyboard, and the guys were so open to it, and we found this amazing sound that we fused, with indigenous instruments and also, the live jazz instruments that we're using.
Camillo, anybody who knows you knows that you're quite passionate about education and training young people. I know it's about an experience and creating a sound and all that, but do you feel that there's a little bit of pressure to also educate? Because when it comes to our music history, we are a little bit uneducated.
You're so right there. And, we don't want to present a history lesson in our production, but our music kind of educates our people, and the lyrical content of the music, tells the story. We are an instrumental band, but we've composed some vocal songs and some lyrical songs that teaches us about for example, our mother Krotoa, who was translated to the Dutch and the Portuguese here in Cape Town, and eventually got married to Pieter van Meerhof, who was a Danish soldier, and had 3 so-called colored kids, so we've written a song about Krotoa, we've written a song about Harry die Strandloper, so yes, our music will definitely contain the educational, side to it.
I can only imagine, Mornay, that when you started this project and now 3 years down the line, how often as a group, obviously knowing that, and I don't, forgive me, I don't know your history that much, but I know Camillo is quite prolific in the education space. How much has the conversation come about raising awareness around indigenous music, culture? Talk to me about just some of the kind of conversations you've had around it.
So, Sam, we started as this fusion jazz band, and we didn't know, what we're gonna, our first album, we didn't know what we're gonna do. Are we gonna do the American and British route, which we know very well, or we're going to try and focus on our original music, but meaning from Cape Town, from South Africa. And we actually went to go dig in deep, find out who we are first to write certain songs. And I think going through that's what caused all of this, excitement about indigenous instruments and the music we wrote. So the journey has been tremendously successful for us, and we're still digging in deep. Every day we're finding out more information. So it's been good for us, really, we are blown away actually with what's going on here.
Now, Camillo, you're surrounded by really amazing people like Don Vino on saxophone, Charlton Daniels on bass, Mornay next to you on drums, Mark Williams on lead guitar. Talk to me about this collaboration and kind of each body's contribution to making this project work.
Well, the collaboration started about 3 years ago on the Tevin Campbell tour, where we were just session musicians. We used to back a lot of international artists, and I found a passion with working with these guys in terms of their characters. They were cool to work with. They were very highly skilled on the instruments, but they were more cool to work with, off stage. And so we forged a very, very good, friendship and brotherhood. And most of the guys in the band, let's look at Don Vino, for example. He's one of Cape Town's, most skilled saxophone players, and he's self-taught, and he's got that, Cape Town sound in his playing, like the late Robbie Jansen and Winston Mankunku and them. And so with Don Vino there, he's also got these stories where his grandparents met at Bochumbergse Dam. They were indigenous, and there's a song called Bochumbergse Dam, and we're going to be, doing the song in our show. But Don Vino tells the story because he's an offspring of this love story that happened at that dam, with two indigenous people of South Africa. And, the relationship, just to branch out about the relationship among the guys, I think we better band off stage and on stage because we, socially we just get together and we have fun. Last night we were together. In fact, we had a Thanksgiving dinner at Mornay's house, and just to say thank you for a blessed year. And we've been working a lot this year. So I think the guys have there's a great camaraderie among us, and it comes out in our music. Really comes out, and people can see and hear when we play music together that we actually love each other.
Very quickly, you brought an instrument with you. Can I ask you just to give us 10 seconds on that instrument? Is it possible? I know it's not been mic'd up.
Absolutely. So, I've got the African piano, the kalimba.
And I've got the bowl.
Yeah.
Let's try something.
That's absolutely amazing, guys. Thank you very much. I wish Lebo and I could welcome you to our homes, maybe put you in our cupboard so you can perform for us over this festive period. But that's keyboardist and jazz maestro Camillo Lombard and drummer Mornay Hofmeester speaking to us about TopDog SA, who will play musical homage to Khoi and San heroes with their brand new Nama Jazz series at Artscape Arena. It started on the 28th, runs till the 31st of December. You've got absolutely no reason to go and check it out.